Hello, today I want to tell you a short talk on topic. Listen to me. Number one. Firstly, the speaker introduced Mr. Kim Lee, author of Amazing Adventure. Next, he said that Mr. Kim had been a retired lawyer, amateur photographer, and then a writer, spending a year before traveling by canoe down the Amazon River. After that, the speaker commented that he would discuss his travel on the Amazon region on which he had based his book and show some of the photographs he had taken during his trip. Finally, the speaker said Mr. Kim Lee would have some amazing stories, so he suggested holding on to their seat. Number two. Firstly, the speaker thanked people about taking a time for attend the meeting, and she's just getting straight to the point because she'd like to keep it brief. After that, the speaker said all staff members had been making authorized charge to the office expense account for things like lunches and taxi riders that were not related to their jobs. Finally, the speaker reminded that in the future, all charges to the office expense account must be approved by her ahead of time. Number three. Firstly, the speaker announced that all schools would be closed that day because of the night before snowstorm. After that, the speaker said that the streets were still icy and dangerous for cars and buses. After that, the speaker said that school would remain closed for several days because could take some time to get all streets clean and safe for travel. Finally, the speaker suggested listening to the evening news to find out the day after school schedule. Number four. Firstly, the speaker wanted to know if the people got their sport news from TV, and she wanted to know if they had tired of all the commercial interruptions on TV. Next, the speaker said that didn't have to be annoyed by commercials anymore because their magazine gave all the latest sport news commercial free. After that, the speaker said that read it to find out what was happening in the world, such as football, baseball, and basketball, and learning all about their favorite athletes. Finally, the speaker commented that their magazine gave them all that and more, so he suggested subscribing that day. Number five. Firstly, the speaker introduced his company. Next, he said that his company would take care of it all, such as reserving room, printing schedule, ordering food, and arranging entertainment. After that, the speaker said that their experienced planners would take a headache out of conference, and he said that his company graduated that their next conference would be a success. Number six. Firstly, the speaker said perhaps the winter had got the people down, so he suggested chasing those winter blues away by taking a trip to a sun-filled island. Next, the speaker said that they offered both weekend and week-long package to the Sunshine Islands, so he suggested choosing the cruise, staying in a resort, or relaxing at a quaint villages. After that, the speaker said that take a pass-page tour of the island hotspot or up for a slow-page visit to the beach. Finally, the speaker said that the people would love their luxury accommodations and their economical price, So he suggested calling that day to book their tour. Number 7. Firstly, the people said that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. Then the speaker said, some people skip breakfast as a part of the weight-producing plan. However, that was a good idea. Next, the speaker said that study have shown that people who didn't eat a complete meal, including food every morning, actually end up gaining weight. And he commented that they also often feel tired later in the day and compensate for that by eating unhealthy food. Finally, the speaker said that healthy people never skip breakfast. Number 8. Finally, the speaker wanted to know if the people's insurance covered all their needs, paid for prescriptions, medicine, or provide coverage for their husband or wife or another family members. After that, the speaker suggested didn't spending their life worrying as their insurance rates get higher and higher. Finally, the speaker said that their insurance plan covers all their medical expenses at reasonable rate, wherever they may be. Number 9. Firstly, the speaker introduced her radio to the audience. Next, she announced that they began that afternoon with 3 hours of classic rock music and take 3 hours with then commercial interruptions. After that, the speaker said that would be followed by an exciting new interview show in which they talk with all your favorite rock musicians, both past and current. Finally, the speaker announced that they would have a weather report at 5 before they move on to their new evening news and program. Number 10. Finally, firstly, the speaker said a project to gain the increase in the sales tax took place in front of the residents to the day before. Next, the speaker commented that protests to set the sales tax was fair to business on their consumers and the newly elected mayor to support the tax increase. After that, the speaker said that she had said it would help not harm small business and strengthen the city economy. Finally, the speaker announced that the new tax had gone into the month after.